Hey guys, this is Alex with Family Survival. I wanted to thank you for joining me and welcome you to part 2 of Survival on a Budget. I'm going to try to get through this real quick because I have a lot to cover. So to start off, first thing we're going to talk about is cordage. Cordage is an extremely valuable thing to have out in any survival or bushcraft situation, and so much so that you may end up considering putting this on your necessity list. This cost me about $7.99 from Cabela's. It's 100 feet of paracord, genuine paracord. And basically I have it all wrapped up on an empty paper towel tube, and I have about 20 feet on the outside and 80 feet on the inside. This does two things for me. A, it keeps it compact, and I can just slide this into my pack, and it's pretty easy to use. It's not knotted up or anything. Secondly, when I get down to the end of this, I know that I have about 80 feet left on the inside of the tube. So in any survival situation, you want to preserve your cordage and try not to cut it, but some situations do call for it. But this gives me a decent estimate on how much I have left. So enough on cordage. Obviously it has hundreds of uses. We're going to move on now. Next thing I have here is a foldable saw. This has an 8-inch blade. This is a Coleman saw. Cost me under $10. I believe it was about $8. Again, 8-inch blade, cuts on the forward and backward direction. However, that's not a big deal to me. What's nice is this just aids in a lot of bushcraft type situations. Also in getting larger firewood, building shelter. It certainly makes things quicker. Again, not a necessity, but definitely a huge help. Going on to a few things that are again, commodities, but also morale boosters. For example, the camp soap. Camp soap, obviously hygiene out in the woods is very important. In any situation, it's very important. Poor hygiene leads to all sorts of different health issues. But what I like about camp soap is it's unscented. Scented soaps will actually attract bugs and mosquitoes and gnats to you. So it's really ideal to have an unscented soap. Now this will last me until I can make soap out in the woods. Now you can mix ashes and water, and essentially that makes lye. Be careful on your concentration though, because it will give you chemical burn if you're not careful. But ashes and water will get you clean. And Tam Wendell from Bushcraft on Fire does an awesome video on making soap from the yucca plant. So check that out. I believe it's in her feminine hygiene videos. Don't be scared, guys. These are things that you have to face when you have, a wife and kids with you. Next thing I want to talk about is just a simple deck of cards. This deck of cards is an all-plastic deck of cards. I found this on sale for $1. It was on a clearance. So being all plastic, it is waterproof, obviously. But what's nice about this is, it's a morale booster. I get to, it's important to take time to spend with your wife or your kids or your spouse or what have you, and just enjoy yourselves every now and then. So moving on, as my battery's dying. This is a hobo fork, knife, spoon combination, and what this is, it comes into two different parts. This cost me about $5. So anything that makes you feel more homey is always going to be a morale booster. Has a pretty decent knife in there. Nothing to write home about, but it works. Also has an awl built into this side, and for this side you have a can opener, bottle opener, and a corkscrew. As I don't necessarily foresee myself using that, not a huge deal though. Moving on, we have a sewing kit here. Sewing kit costs about $2. For all you guys that want to be macho out there and think that you don't need to learn how to sew, think again. When it's 20 degrees outside and your pants tear, you need something to sew that up with quickly. Alright, this is an emergency whistle. This whistle is primarily just emergency communication. My wife and I both have one, and we know if we hear this sound, we need to get back to our meeting place immediately, or I just need to get back to camp immediately. This also has a compass in it, although it's not very accurate. You'd be better off with an independent compass. Also has a magnifying glass, which can aid in fire building, but really don't ever count on that because it only works in ideal situations. Also has a thermometer. Thermometer means nothing to me other than putting a number to how cold I am. Moving on, first aid kit. First aid kit's obviously a pretty important thing to have. This one cost me $13. I've seen similar ones run for about $40. But if you notice, this is an outdoor first aid kit. Outdoor, what defines that is having things like emergency drinking water in there. This one has iodine wipes. It has lancets. It has sting relief wipes. Also antacid, because as your body adjusts to outdoor food, you will need that. It also has electrolyte tablets, so when you sweat out all your electrolytes, these will refill you on that. Pretty decent kit. Again, 13 bucks. There's no reason to go and spend $40, $50 on this essentially same kit. Alright, moving on to water purification. These are aqua potable iodine tablets, and they came with the iodine taste and color remover. This cost about $6. Found this at Walmart for $6. Now this alone I've seen at other places for about $10. So go ahead and grab the buy. This will purify 25 liters of water for you, and does it on the go. So you don't need a fire to purify your water, which can be a huge thing, especially in survival. Alright, going on, I also have this mess kit, and it all fits together nicely, and I don't have it together nicely right now, just because I want to show you the parts. Again, a morale booster. You know, anything that makes you feel more homey is always a morale booster. It comes with a little frying pan with a handle. It comes with a little pot, the lid for the pot, the measuring cup, and an additional pan. Another good thing to have is emergency candles. Emergency candles, not only for emergency light in situations, but these are good because if you have a match to light one of these candles, then that gives you, these burn for about 10 hours, so you have plenty of time to get a fire started with that. Just make sure that you shield your flame so it doesn't go out from the wind. I'd also like to talk about having a survival book with you. No matter how knowledgeable you are, it's always good to have something for reference. Toss this inside a Ziploc bag, keep it waterproof, and this is something that you should read before you're out in a survival situation, but again is also a good reference. This has sections on just about anything that you can cover out in survival situations. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this video, as I'm already running a little long. I wanted to thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time. Please comment and rate and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the videos, and if you have any requests, please leave them in the comment box or you can email me. Again, thank you. This is Alex with Family Survival. Have a great day.